Photographer and writer Priscilla Rattazzi walks into Gloria Vanderbilt's greenhouse in the mid-1990s and she instantly falls in love. The townhouse, set in the neighborhood's Carnegie Hill Historic District on East 91st Street, is headed for sale again. It hit the market on Thursday for $11,995,000. Luckily for you, TTP member, we've gathered all the information you may want to know about the previous Manhattan brand house owned by Gloria Vanderbilt, and it is listed for $11.99 million. Keep watching this video to know more and have a glimpse of this fancy home. Let us also get to know the late American socialite, Gloria Vanderbilt. A New York City brownstone that was previously owned by Erie's Gloria Vanderbilt just went on the market for $11.99 million. Vanderbilt, the mother of journalist Anderson Cooper, lived in this Upper East Side residence in the 1980s and 1990s. The late Vanderbilt liked to spend her time in the greenhouse on the first floor, and it became her painting studio. The space features large skylights and a checkered floor. Now, the bedroom functions as an art gallery and entertainment space for the home's current resident, photographer and writer Priscilla Rattazzi. Be prepared for your jaw to drop when you see this gorgeous, ivy-covered home. With 6 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms, a greenhouse covering the garden, a solarium, and newly renovated kitchen, this house has everything. And it doesn't stop there. 4 wood-burning fireplaces and an elevator. Would you like to live in a historic home that has been renovated? This house features a traditional staircase, high ceilings, and large rooms with beautiful wood paneling. And let's not forget about the charming dining room that faces the sun. The 3rd floor of the home has a spacious main bedroom with a view of the garden. On the 4th and 5th floors, there are 4 additional bedrooms. The current roof is unfinished but can be turned into a roof garden with stairs leading to it on all 3 floors. In August 2019, Cooper put his mother's Midtown East apartment on the market after her death, and a month later found a buyer. She had lived in the home for nearly 25 years before she passed away. In 2018, New York Magazine got an exclusive tour of Vanderbilt's apartment, which revealed both the sources of her home's design inspiration as well as some other home essentials. She was quoted in 1977 as saying, "What is beautiful to one may not be beautiful to another person, or what another person does may not be the same thing that I like. But each thing leads to the other, and I only know the direction I'm going." Now, let's get to know Mrs. Gloria Vanderbilt. Gloria Vanderbilt became famous during her early years. With custody of the multi-million-dollar trust fund in question, she enjoyed a variety of careers in cinema and fashion. In 1970s, designer clothes, the classic striped denim, became her signature style. Her most notable novel was It Seemed Important at That Time, a romance memoir. Vanderbilt also made headlines for being the mother of Anderson Cooper, a current news journalist. A member of the Vanderbilt family, Gloria Vanderbilt has a rich and illustrious life. To start, she was born on February 20th, 1924. Her father, Reginald Vanderbilt, is from the great-grandson of Cornelius Vanderbilt, who created America's first railroad. Her mother is Gloria Morgan, who abandoned her children to spend time partying instead. Vanderbilt lost her father to liver disease when she was a toddler, was left with a multi-million-dollar trust fund, and received care from her grandmother Laura as well. For several years after his death, Vanderbilt lived abroad and was often handled by her mother's maternal nurse, Emma. At 10 years old, Vanderbilt made headlines as a central figure in an acrimonious and very public trial followed by the media. Her maternal aunt Gertrude Whitney, a sculptor who founded the Whitney Museum, successfully fought out for custody of her. The court ordered that the young heiress could spend summers with her mother, and Dodo would have to be let go. Coming from a rigid family, Vanderbilt emerged at 17 years old as a popular young socialite with her own distinct style. Though she was quite shy at times, Vanderbilt later headed out to Hollywood. Her mother was already well ensconced in the glamorous world of Hollywood celebrities and socialities, so it came time for Vanderbilt to venture into the dating world. She didn't have too many problems attracting older men. In 1941, Pat DeCicco, one of her early suitors, popped the question and they married. After a long and tumultuous relationship, DeCicco proved to be an emotionally and physically abusive force. Vanderbilt divorced her husband in 1945, but even before their parting, Vanderbilt had found love again with renowned conductor Leopold Stokowski. Vanderbilt and Stokowski married shortly after her divorce was complete, and they had two sons, Stanley and Christopher. Around this time, Vanderbilt discovered her passion for art and studied at the Art Students League of New York. She explored an interest in acting as well, receiving instruction from Sanford Meisner at the neighborhood playhouse. In 1955, Vanderbilt appeared on Broadway in the short-lived revival of William Saroyan's The Time of Your Life. And from the mid-1950s to early 1960s, she was featured in several TV series. She showed promise as a writer as well, publishing the 1955 collection Love Poems. Vanderbilt also made some changes in her personal life, divorcing Stokowski and then marrying film director Sidney Lumet in 1956. Vanderbilt was known for her acting roles, but remained better known for her many relationships, friendships, and high-profile social life. After divorcing Lumet in 1963, Vanderbilt married writer Wyatt Cooper. The couple had two sons together, Carter and Anderson. Long before denim ruled the world, Vanderbilt was revolutionizing fashion by not only designing jeans, but also other pieces of clothing and perfumes. She even suffered a personal loss when Wyatt died during surgery in 1978. Turning to her own experiences in life, Vanderbilt published the first of her memoirs, Once Upon a Time, A True Story. Tackling fiction, Vanderbilt wrote several novels, including the memory book of Star Faithful, 1994, and eventually, she explored one of the most difficult experiences of her life in A Mother's Story, 1996, describing the 1988 suicide of her son, Carter Cooper. Early in the 1990s, Vanderbilt faced financial setbacks that negatively affected her home design business. Later in 2002, her company was bought by Jones Apparel Group and she faced the end of her career. In 2004, Vanderbilt set the world on fire with It Seemed Important at the Time, a romance memoir. She returned to fiction in 2009 with the excellent erotic novella Obsession and released a book of short stories in 2011 titled The Things We Fear the Most. Gloria Vanderbilt loved to write and she also enjoyed working in various mediums. She created works of collage and surreal, multi-dimensional dream boxes. The coffee table book, The World of Gloria Vanderbilt, was released in 2010. With her roster of accomplishments, Vanderbilt was the mother of famed news anchor and television host Anderson Cooper. The two appeared together on his former CNN program Anderson Live, and their lives and relationship were the focus of the HBO documentary Nothing Left Unsaid. Released in association with the documentary was a simultaneous release of their joint memoir, The Rainbow Comes and Goes, A Mother and Son on Life, Loss, and Love. Mrs. Vanderbilt, an heiress to one of the wealthiest families in America, a socialite, artist, and fashion designer, died at age 95. Vanderbilt had cancer, her son confirmed, explaining in a CNN obituary at the time of her death. Shortly after taking her to the hospital earlier this month, we learned that she had very advanced cancer in her stomach. When the doctor broke the news to her that she had cancer, she was silent. A little while later, my mom said, "Show me how to get out of this world because that's where everything is." CNN reported that she died in her Manhattan home. Friends and family were by her side when it happened. Gloria Vanderbilt lived her life on her own terms, and that's how she died. Cooper said love is what she believed in more than anything. That's it for this video, TTP member. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person as a token of your appreciation for the hard work you put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you soon!